Hi folks, welcome back to the Horde. About 4 o'clock, August 3rd, Saturday, about 78 degrees. So what am I up to? Well, I'm just trying to figure that exact question out. Let's call this the welcome back vlog maybe, or I'm back vlog. Let's see. I worked a 3-day last week. Got off Friday night. Slept for a few hours, went to a party, came home, slept. I was up for 5 in the morning to hit a couple of flea markets, take the run out to Rhode Island, Misquamicut Beach. We were in Misquamicut Beach until about 8 o'clock on Wednesday morning. Drove back and stopped at a place known as Real Foods. I don't know if you guys have Real Foods anywhere near you, and got some stuff. Real Foods, kind of expensive, but they have good stuff. Particularly had whoopie pies. So if anybody asks why I might carry an extra few pounds when one stops and considers the highlight of their visit whoopie pies, that could lead to carrying a few pounds. Anyway, came home, worked a 3-day run, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Tonight is a normally scheduled work day for me, but I took a vacation day. So, yeah, it's been kind of busy. Vacation is good, but it has its own stresses to it. You got to kind of be places, like we took a ferry out to Block Island, and you make dinner reservations, and you actually have to be there. So just running around, right? You're trying to get everything done because vacation is short. So but if one could really live their life such that you work right up until the point where you're busy going to parties and then going on vacation and going to flea markets, which to me is really cool, and then as soon as vacation is over, the second vacation is over, so to speak, you're right back to work. Maybe that's not a bad thing. It's nice to have a day or so to decompress, but it's also nice to go from vacation to work and then hopefully back to vacation, then back to work, right? I guess that's the ultimate way of living life. Anyway, I'm just poking around here trying to figure out what I need to do. Looking at the clock, it's already August 3rd, and it takes me a little while to get things kind of put away, and I don't want to go through winter looking like this with my snowblower loaded in the bushes here, all these just trashed up, the mule out there under an umbrella that will definitely break. This is not going to work. This I got to do something with this. I got to do something with this. So to get there, I need to get some of these projects done, right? To be able to move forward. Some of this stuff has some place to live. This guy has a place in the shed where it came out of, so that's not a problem. That guy right now, that's the TRX, the 250, kind of a big red with a how does that go? Lumber wagon front wheels there, a chuck wagon front end, 2-wheel front end. Anyway, that guy truly has no place to be, and it's going to be difficult to move about once the tires are off, and I need those tires for this guy. This guy has no place to be either. And if you guys remember, this space here is where that used to be, and that really can't be out all winter. So I got to figure out some storage ideas, and I do have a couple of things in mind. As a matter of fact, perhaps tomorrow I'll start building one and see how it turns out. So anyway, I got to put the motor mounts on this. That guy's a runner. Motor mounts on this. Tires off of that, and figure out what to do with the body. Right now, my lean is to leave it intact as possible. As a matter of fact, put the engine back together again. Leave it as intact as possible. And possibly put it out in the barn in the bed of the Ranger pickup truck I have out there. That way it'll stay dry, relatively clean, it's up off the ground, and if I need it, I could just fire up the Ranger and drive it on in here. So that's what my lean is right now for that. This guy, I have no clue where I'm going to put it. Over here, that's just a test bed. Remember, this is the one. No, what is that one? That is actually the I think that guy there is the DT and Missy bike. God, I don't even remember what these things are anymore. So she's got to get her engine put back on. Once again, I think I'm using that as a test bed. Man, see why I got to make these videos? So I can organize myself and get rolling again. As you guys are going to recall, there's a bike down in the driveway. It's got kind of that camo tank on it right now. I got to finish putting that together. Particularly, I got to put a shifter on that. The shifter is too short to shift when you have the recoil on it. That's the one that came without the shifter. This guy I ordered a carburetor for last night. This is the $200 quad. Musty One just got one of these in a heck of a lot better shape for $100 at a garage sale. I mean, 1,000 times better shape. The plastic's in good shape. It looks, the ignition switches are there, the kills are there, everything is there. For him, it looks like it's just a matter of putting gas in it, cleaning up the carb, and it'll be running. I would probably throw one of those $16 eBay carbs on it, but if he could get the carb running and holding gas and all the better for him. My experience are these China carbs are a little cranky, but whatever. This is the seized one, and I think a little more of the story has got to me. I think this guy, the reason why it's seized is it was flooded. It got flooded with Hurricane Sandy. I think this guy was underwater with that. So I expect to find rust. Though I did check the oil, and the oil was not white, and I didn't, notice any water on it. But normally it gets white when the engine's running, and it mixes the water in with the oil really well. So I'm not quite positive, but this guy might have been submerged somewhere. It's definitely seen plenty of sunshine. Look how bad that plastic is beat up. And you guys remember this one? I bought this one last Friday night. I escaped from work and bought it. This guy here, I need to do something with the carburetor, and I need to weld the shifter. I'm probably just going to tack this. Actually, probably what I'm going to do... Oh, actually, the bolt is broken. See, he's got no bolt here. Probably what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this off and see if the shaft is any good. And then once I make a decision about it, the shaft being any good, and maybe I can put a shifter on there and just tighten the heck out of it. If it'll hang on, so to speak, if it doesn't spin. Boy, that 125 motor looks so much like the 200 S motor or the 185. I guess the motor, though, with this chain tensioner, if I cast a shadow on it, this chain tensioner, could you see my fingers? Yep, there. With this chain, that's the start of the chain tensioner right there. It's probably from an SL or partially or based on, or maybe has parts in common with the SL 125 motor. Anyway, so a rambling wake-up video as I'm trying to get myself organized for the week. So this is about 10 minutes long. I should be ending it and moving on to other things. Yeah, just one other thing. I noticed some folks do tool test videos. That's not a bad thing, and I've shared my comments of what I've thought of certain tools. But we have a special test video coming up, so stay tuned for that. Folks, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for all the comments. Enjoy the comments. Enjoy the interaction. Thanks for watching. And we'll catch you all on the next episode of The Horde, which is just in a minute. So, see you then.